The Apple TV is probably the only Apple product you could get for under $200. It's probably the cheapest one out there officially on the store, and it starts at $149.99 for the base model. The box that this comes in is pretty small. It's a small package. In the box you have, well, the physical box itself, the Apple TV, you have the remote, you have the power supply, and you have a lightning cable, a 3 feet lightning cable to charge your remote. But they do not include an HDMI. So if you want to get started right out of the box for watching your media, you have to buy an HDMI cable separately. I'm not sure why they did that, but to ensure you have 4K also, it needs to be a compatible HDMI cable that's compatible with 2.0. So thanks Apple for that. So the 4th generation Apple TV has the A10 Fusion chip, which is plenty of fast. It's really an improvement from the previous generation. Now this also allows you to play media playback in 4K. You can stream in 4K seamlessly. I've tried it numerous times and I haven't had an issue. This thing just zips through everything you throw at it. Now, in addition to the A10 Fusion chip, you have 3 physical ports, and those are the power outlet, the gigabit Ethernet port, and the HDMI port. Along with that, you have Wi-Fi, which is standard AC, and you also have Bluetooth 5.0. And funny enough that although you have Bluetooth 5.0, the remote now only has Bluetooth 4.0, which I'm not really so sure. But in addition to that, the way you could differentiate between the previous generation and the current generation that you have is the ring. There's a metal ring on the new remote, which allows you to know that, hey, this is the new 4th generation Apple TV that you're rocking versus the 3rd gen. So there really isn't that much physical changes from the previous generation in terms of the box that you get. Although there is now the 32 gig, which starts at $179 on the Apple Store, and the 64 gigs, which starts at $199 on the Apple Store. You could probably get them cheaper, probably at Best Buy. I've seen it up to this week for, I believe, $49.99. So if you want to save the extra bucks and go, a cheaper route, then you could have it anywhere else but the Apple Store. As I mentioned previously, the Apple TV definitely is fast. This thing's no slouch at all. That A10 Fusion chip is really fast. You could throw a bunch of applications on it and there'll still be no lag. I find it compared to the Amazon Fire TV, specifically the Fire TV Cube, where that would sometimes lag if you open up a lot of applications. The Apple TV just zips through everything. It's been a seamless experience going through everything. And one neat little thing, even though this is just a media device, you can actually game on it and use the remote to play racing games. I think Asphalt's on there. I have a bunch of others. It's pretty cool actually. You can use this for entertainment also. It's an all-purpose, just very light gaming though. It's not too heavy, but I haven't noticed too much lags on it for the gaming department. Typically, like any other Apple device, this device is pretty easy to use. The menus are clear and precise. They're all stacked into little square tiles. There's one button, the menu button, which takes you in and out of everything that you go through. It's pretty unique. And also, if you double tap the home button, which a lot of people don't know, even people who have the Apple TV, if you double tap the home button, you have more like a task manager that you have in your iPhones, which is a pretty neat feature. You can then switch between apps. It's pretty cool. It's a little trick that not a lot of people know about. So as I said, for the software side, I really have no problem with it. It's a seamless experience. It zips through everything. The only problem I really do have is the Siri support. When you go inside an app and you use Siri to voice search, it wouldn't search for specific content in that app. Really what it would do is just translate your voice more so to a text for for typing. What I really want it to do, it's not really to convert my voice into a text. I actually want it to have the same functionality that Siri has on the home screen. Because from the home screen, you could say, watch Simpsons, and then it'll pop up with a bunch of available apps in your subscription that you have. That if it's on Netflix and you have a Netflix subscription, it'll take you to Netflix. Or even if you don't have a subscription, you can still, just dive into that app and probably sign up for it on there. but it's pretty cool that you can do that from the home screen. I wish they had that within the apps, but I guess this is something that they could just fix with software. But it's been a while and they haven't done anything about it. It's kind of frustrating, really, especially using that that remote to type. If there's any gripe I have about the Apple TV, there's one: the appearance. For a premium device, really, it's not in line with every other product that they have on the Apple Store. It's just a square box that's made out of plastic and it feels really cheap. The good side to this is that it's all black, so it's just sitting in a corner. You're not gonna ever see it. You could probably just tuck it in somewhere where you know, it's not in sight. But I wish that they'd probably throw on some aluminum on it. Maybe it probably would have made the price a bit, you know, a bit more expensive. But then again, you're still, compared to every other box that's out there, like you're paying premium price for this, $179 and $200 respectively for the 32 and 64 gigs. The second thing that really needs to be improved upon, and that is the remote. I like what Apple did here. Unlike most remotes, Apple took away a lot of the buttons and the functional scrolling buttons. They replaced it with a touchpad. So in total, there are 6 physical buttons that you could see, and the 7th one is by pressing the actual touchpad. It's a step, you know, going for a new remote that's way different from every other generic remote. You know, there's a touchpad, only 7 buttons, and it's pretty lightweight, it's thin, it has an aluminum build, which the box doesn't have, but okay. The thing is about the remote, it's just too small. Like, really, I don't know who's supposed to use this remote. Is it for kids? Is it for the alien I stole from Area 51? I'm not really too sure. Literally, it's hard for me to navigate just with one thumb. Like, if you really want to be precise, which sometimes it even calls for, especially in the YouTube app where you have to be precise in your cursor, it's gonna frustrate the hell out of you just to navigate to the skip button or to navigate to different videos. It gets annoying. I wish that the surface area for the remote or for the touchpad was a bit bigger. And also, this hasn't happened to me, but I've seen online where multiple people have dropped their remote and it's made of glass, at least one half of it. So if you're gonna drop your remote or have it in high places, I'd suggest for you to be careful with it, because I think it's $60 just to replace the remote, for a new one at least. What I recommend doing is slapping a case on it. It really helped me actually from having a very tiny remote. If you just slap a case on it, it also prevents it from being damaged also, so there's that added benefit of it. Really and truly, this remote should be a bit bigger. I guess that's it. That's my review of the Apple TV. Well, who is this product for, really? If you're someone who has a smart TV or a media device, probably a PlayStation 4, an Xbox, or you already have a Fire Stick or anything, you're probably not going to be missing out much. You're only going to be missing out on the fluidity of playing back your media. That's about it. If your smart TV is slow and there's a lot of latency between loading apps, you definitely could go for this. It's pretty snappy if you want that experience. But if you already have a media device like a PS4 or Xbox, it's plenty enough. There's really no reason. It's also for those people who are looking to cut the cord, and they want that premium experience still, like from Xfinity X1, where it like zips through, loads fast, and mostly this is for a main hub TV. But if you're just going to use it for a room TV, then I probably would just recommend getting like a Fire Stick for that and just having the Apple TV as your main hub, because again, this starts at $179 on the Apple Store, and if you want to go for the 64 gigs, it's $200. Depending on if you want to game on it, then you probably need that storage. If you're not going to game on it, you're probably going to be okay with 32 gigs, because there's no point in storing photos on this anyway. And anyway, guys, that's it for my review. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, and if you want to see more, just hit that notification bell and comment down your opinion on the Apple TV. What device are you sporting? What device do you want to get? Anyway, peace out.